Hey there, and welcome to 3 Must-Have Conversations for Pregnant Couples. My name is Ann McKittrick, and I'm with Nurtured Noggins, and I'm going to guide you through a way that you can just kind of get ready for your baby with your partner by talking about the really important things that you guys need to think through as you are preparing to be a parent. Imagine what it would feel like to go to the hospital or the birthing center or even prepare for a home birth as a team. What if you had already talked through what you're going to do if one or the other of you kind of panics and freaks out in the middle of labor and delivery? Also imagine coming home with that new baby already having figured out some of the really kind of basic things like how are you going to get your groceries? How are you going to get your the things taken care of around the house when you're both so involved and engaged taking care of this new baby? How are you going to deal with relatives? And what are you going to post or not post on social media about your birth and your baby? Imagine a give and take in your relationship where you cut each other slack as you are getting used to this thing that is called parenthood. It is a major life change, and we all as individuals just kind of have to figure it out on our own, but we also have to figure it out together as a couple, as parents. So all of these things will only work if you communicate. And I'm talking honest, genuine, authentic conversations where you really, spend time, a stretch of time, talking through and figuring out all these details. So this video is the beginning. Over the next few days, you'll get a couple more. There will be 3 altogether. And by the time it's all said and done, you should have a plan. And hopefully, as your due date approaches, you'll feel a little bit less anxious about what's going to happen because you've already talked it through together and you know what you're going to do. So before we begin, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I am a mom of 3 adult kids. We also had about 5 foster babies, and also we've got 3 grandkids. And so I've got a lot of experience as a parent in several different avenues of foster parenting and parenting my own kids. I really love children, and I love helping people understand what makes them tick. But most importantly, I've been where you've been, and I have managed to raise 3 kids into their 20s, and also I am still friends with my husband, and we still have really great conversations. And so I feel like that's why I wanted to share these things with you. So maybe I can just give you a little heads up on what to expect and how to best approach some topics. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to have a Post-it note party. And so this is just an exercise that I'm going to ask you to do, and let me explain to you real quickly how to do it. And then we'll end it up for this time, and then you'll do this little exercise, and hopefully in the next few days you will be able to pull it all together with the next videos. But here's what you do. You're going to sit down together. Each person's going to have a Post-it note, a pad of Post-it notes. You can each choose your favorite color, and I would suggest like a Sharpie pen or a really good marker that will, kind of be bold on the colored paper. And you're going to set a timer for 10 minutes. You're going to put on some good music, maybe have something nice to drink, and you're just going to each individually and quietly, you're not going to talk while you do this, just brainstorm the things that are on your mind about having this baby and becoming a parent. You might think in categories, things like pregnancy, labor, delivery, the hospital, coming home with the baby, money, childcare, your social life, work, sleep, jobs around the house, relatives, all of those kinds of things. I know that a lot of those things are on your mind as you just kind of roll through these 9 months of pregnancy. And let me say this, it might be that there's pauses. You may not be writing the whole time. It might take you a few minutes to get your brain going, and there might be, some long pauses. But go ahead and give yourself the full 10 minutes. Take more time if you need it, but probably 10 minutes will do it. This exercise is the first step in figuring out what's on your mind and what it is that you guys will need to talk about. So there's a PDF attached to this video that has just a quick description of this Post-it note party to give you some directions and kind of guide you along in this process. So watch your email, and in the next day or so, you're going to get a link to the next video where we'll talk about these 3 main topics that you need to talk about before you have your baby. These conversations will change your perspective as you explore together how you're going to approach parenting and how you're going to approach delivery day. So until then, have fun with your Post-it note party, and I will see you soon.